Who's ready to get a little bit better? If so, you should comment yes or just make your move. Woo! Like, yes, okay. Let me talk to some entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur, give me a little hand raise in the comments. Give me that emoji. Come on. You know you like emojis. Some people like to talk more with emojis than they do with actual words. So, entrepreneurs, business owners, you've been asking this question. I hear it all the time. Sometimes it's the direct question. Sometimes it's the subtext of the conversation. But roundabout way, here's the question. How do I level up my business? How do I get my business to the next level? I mean, where you're at, maybe you got some stability, maybe you've got instability, uncertainty, and you don't know if you're going to make payroll. Yep, you don't have to raise your hand on that one, but like, oh my goodness, when you start to have payroll and people are counting on you, am I going to make payroll? Will I be able to pay all the incoming invoices? Like, will I be able to pay my contractors? All these different things, right? So maybe you're in that little bit of chaos and frustration and pain and uncertainty, and you're saying, how do I level up? Or maybe you've plateaued a little bit. Maybe you've been at a certain level for a while and you're just frustrated because although it's good, you know it's not where it could be, and you're like, what? Like I see it, it's there. Why can't I break through to the next level? I'm going to answer that question, and I'm barely going to scratch the surface on the answer because obviously that goes pretty deep. But 3 reasons, 3 ways that you need to, 3 areas you need to address in order to get to the next level, to break through to that. Number 1, if you want to break through to the next level, you're going to have to level up your mindset. I think Tony Robbins says this one pretty well. He says, the greatest, I might not quote this exact, but the gist of what he says is the greatest limiting factor in a business is the psychology of the owner. Small businesses here we're talking about, but probably goes to scale pretty well too, because you're still leading the ship. But the greatest limiting factor to you, small business owner, entrepreneur, startup, is your own mindset, the psychology of the owner. And so if you want to take your business to the next level, you have to take your mindset to the next level. I had a conversation recently with someone who business is great, personal life income is great, and yet the willingness to invest in himself is not there. Has the ability to, has the resources to, easily to, but his willingness to go through and make a substantial financial investment so that he can level up is not there. Why? Because his financial thermostat, his blueprint will not allow him to go there. And so listen, there are some things in your business that are going to make you uncomfortable, all right? And if you can't get through them, you're never going to get to that next level. Whether it's investment, whether it's leadership, whether it's bringing on new team members, whether it's having your first 6-figure employee team member, like taking that step. We're not quite there, but we're going to take the leap because we need them to get there. Whatever it's going to be, leading your team, creating culture. There could be all kinds of limiting beliefs. But if you don't adjust that mindset, your business is never going to level up. It's never going to break through to that next level. So how do you address that? I mean, there's a multitude of ways. Sometimes you're going to need some deep work. You need a coach, a therapist to do some deep work on some of those things. Sometimes it's just getting rid of the head trash. Sometimes it's identifying your peer group and leveling up your peer group. Man, that could be a whole nother point on this list. But these 3 that I'm going to give you are the primary. Peer group will be in there. It contributes a ton. Get around people who are doing bigger things. Just enrolled a new mastermind client yesterday, and she was like, I need people that are at a higher level than where I'm at, who are going to challenge me and pull me up. So if you want to level up the next level, you need to level up your mindset. Number 2, this is a big one that does not get talked about enough, because you got a lot of entrepreneurs who, I'm really good at what I do, or I'm innovative, or I'm a visionary, and like I see the vision and I can cast the vision and lead people there. But the thing that often gets overlooked is leadership ability, leadership skills. So number 2, you need to level up your leadership. Now, volumes of books have been written about leadership, right? But if your team is toxic, if you are not getting the results that you want, if you have people sitting in a room and they're like, yeah, we're behind you. And then they go out of the room and they're like talking and having all these little conversations, all these little alliances. And like, you're like, what the heck? I told everybody and they said they were, listen, don't look any further than in the mirror for why that junk is happening in your business, because you must lead. I was on a call with an executive client today, and man, his leadership has just elevated in so many ways. And when he hired me, I don't think he would have said that we were going to talk about leadership, but a bunch of the conversations that we have had have really boiled down to leading his team, leading himself, leading change in his organization, protecting the culture, like him doing what only he can do so that he can empower other people to do what they need to do. It's all leadership. And the conversation we were having is just like, man, your business is growing because your leadership has elevated. Let me give you a quick little example of that. Some of you have read a book by Patrick Lencioni called The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. If you have not read it, highly recommend it. I personally prefer to talk about the 5 healthy functions of a team, and he sets up a pyramid to determine those. Level 1, the foundation of that is trust. Level 2 is healthy conflict. Level 3 is commitment, because so you got to have trust so that people will believe the best and give you the benefit of the doubt. But if you have that and you're all warm and fuzzy and everybody loves to be around each other, but they won't do level 2 of engaging in healthy conflict, some of you freak out over that word, dialogue, intense dialogue. We're not attacking people, we're attacking problems. But if I disagree with you, I'm not scared to get a little passionate to defend my position. I'm not like angry kind of guy, but I'll never forget the meeting when I pounded the table in our team meeting and I broke my watch. And I was not angry at anyone else. No one else in the room felt threatened, but they all like to laugh about the day that Mark broke his watch because he got passionate. But that was healthy conflict, believe it or not, because I wasn't attacking a person. We were going after a problem, and I was passionate, and I had a safe place to be heard, to be valued, for my opinion to matter. So when you engage in healthy conflict, then guess what you get on the other side of that? You get commitment. You get people who are bought into the vision and where you're going, right? And then once you get commitment, then you can hold people more accountable, and then you get the results that you want. Some of you in your business, you want to break through to the next level. You're not getting the results you want, and you're attempting to address it by saying, hey, you're not getting the results. Hey, this is the quota. Hey, this is the standard. But you're doing it backwards, upside down. You need to look and say, okay, do I have trust on my team? Is it healthy? Are we able to engage in healthy conflict? Do people feel heard, seen, valued, validated? And then are people really bought in, or are they just giving in? Because if they come into that meeting, they're saying, oh yeah, let's go, boss. And then they're walking out and talking behind your back, building alliances with other people. They are not bought in, they are giving in. And you ain't ever going to get the results you want if you don't have buy-in. Because then when you get buy-in, then you can hold them accountable because they're bought into it. They'll allow you to hold each other accountable. They'll allow the team to hold them accountable. And you won't have to do all that work. And that, my friend, is leadership. So if you want to break through to the next level, you need to address leadership. How do I grow as a leader? Get John Maxwell's developing the leader within you, developing the leaders around you. If you've been blaming other people for your company culture and the results you're getting, get the book Extreme Ownership. And Jocko Willink will set you straight of stop pointing fingers and blaming other people and take full responsibility. Number 1, level up your mindset. Number 2, level up your leadership. And number 3, you need to level up your process. Now, this could be level up your processes, but some of you, you've been winging it and you've been growing it, and you're a solopreneur, or you got a small team. And so you fly by the seat of your pants. And it's dangerous to fly by the seat of your pants. And so you have not documented, you have not processed, you have not created systems and structures so that you can get predictable results, repeatable outcomes, and people don't have the confidence, whether it's you and your team or the clients that you're serving. You need to if you want to break through to that next level, you're not going to do it if it's all in your head. or if it's all in that one person on your team, like, oh yeah, just go ask them, they know where to do it. They know what to do. No. It needs to be documented, clear, systematic, duplicatable, repeatable by anybody on your team that needs to be able to repeat it, because you can't grow your team, you can't add people, you can't let go of that and trust that it's going to function so that you can go do this other thing that's more important as the visionary, as the CEO. So you need to level up. Like, so some of you, it's committing to a process. Like my good friend John Fox, I got another friend Ryan Henry. Both of them are EOS implementers. And so that is the entrepreneurial operating system. It is an operating system for your business. What I do as a coach, I focus more on the operating system of you. Like, I help you optimize you, but there's other coaches like John and Ryan who focus on optimizing your business. And so maybe you're the kind of person that's going to commit wholeheartedly to a system that helps you bring structure and systematizing to everything you do in your business. There's a lot of other systems out there. Some of you just need to document and process the specific things that you do. Maybe you do something uniquely. So commit to a system, and commit to systems and processes being the way you function as a business. So if you don't do that, you will only have the level of success that you can create, or that one or two superstar people on your team can create, but it's not duplicatable by other people. Systems and processes, level it up. So you want to break through to the next level? Mindset, leadership, process. Those are three things that, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you do those three things, you give intention, focus, energy to those three things, they're going to shoot you up. Like, you couldn't give attention to those three things and not grow. I mean, I guess if you listen to the wrong people and you don't implement, like, execution is kind of important in these things. It's not just like learning some stuff, you got to execute. But those three areas are going to help you break through the next level. I hope this served you. I'm curious, if you would drop in the comments, which one of those do you need to focus on leveling up? Because I know if you watch this whole thing, there's at least one of those that like kind of poked on you a little bit, and you know that you need to level up that area. So which one is it? Drop it in the comments, guys. This is where you should get off this video right now and go out there and give your greatness to the world, because somebody needs what's on the inside of you. Go give it away. You guys are awesome. I love you.